Oliver Tree crashes the world's biggest scooter. Original version. On July 17th, 2020, Oliver Tree hosted a livestream of himself breaking the world record for the world's biggest scooter as part of his Ugly is Beautiful album rollout. The video featured him breaking the record, but unfortunately crashing it and being sent to the hospital where he later died from his injuries. Later on, in August 2020, the video was unlisted and then made completely private from YouTube. It eventually went back up for a day and then down again in March 2021. In June 2021, Oliver revealed it was taken down due to an alleged cease and desist from Guinness World Records, who claimed the world record official who oversaw the event, Randy Rigatoni, did not actually work for them. The video was later put back in June, but 6 minutes worth of Randy Rigatoni scenes were all cut out, and some fake advertisements were added in for whatever reason. The original video was preserved and has been viewable on archive.org ever since.
Life Goes On cut rap verse. One of Oliver Tree's most popular songs, Life Goes On, has a completely unique rap verse that was cut from the final mix and hasn't been heard in over 3 years. Between 2017 and 2019, before Life Goes On actually got released, he occasionally performed Life Goes On at his live shows, and whenever he did, it would feature a rap verse sandwiched between two of the verses that remained in the studio version. On October 30th, 2020, Stephen Colbert hosted Oliver Tree on his Play at Home series. Oliver played the new version of Life Goes On that we know now in its entirety, and much to the dismay of fans, this new version completely scrapped the rap verse. It's unknown if a studio version of this verse will ever be released, let alone if it was even in the studio version to begin with.
Change was the evolution, made us to man, from the brambles of a monkey to a homo sapien. But as we grew, our emotions did not tool my animal instincts. Barely even got through the series of events.
Movement, iPhone X edit. In mid-2018, Oliver Tree's newly released song, Movement, was using an iPhone X ad, but the song had some noticeable differences from its final release. The lyrics had been modified to remove explicit language, and the offending lines had been replaced with completely new ones to make a more TV-friendly version of the song. The non-explicit version of the song has never been officially released, and we've never even heard it in full, but some lines from it were reused in a freestyle Movement performance back at one of his 2019 tour shows. He performed a freestyle version of Movement's main verse where many of the lines from the ad were reused and a bunch of new lines replaced the original verses. This version of the song has only ever been played live once, and it's unclear if a full studio version of the freestyle or the iPhone ad mix will ever see the light of day.
Forget It, Carson Daly performance. Oliver Tree and Getter made their talk show debut on November 3rd, 2016, with a performance of their song, Forget It. This performance was aired live and later posted on NBC's website, but it was taken down 4 months later. No re-uploads or recordings of this performance have surfaced online. The only remnants of it are its page on NBC's site, its IMDb listing, and a single screenshot.
Number 15, Burger King Foot Lettuce, the Lost music video. In 2014, Oliver Tree linked up with a Californian videographer, Nasalt, to film a music video in Oliver's hometown of Santa Cruz. This video featured Oliver and Casey parading around Santa Cruz in yellow and orange face paint, not unlike the green face paint commonly seen on Faizon Malik's Photoshop jobs on r/Green Girl. The only publicly released remnants of it are Nasalt's few released pictures, and with those and some of the information he's told us about the video, it featured shots such as Oliver dancing on top of a minibus in a scrapyard, Oliver driving a pocket bike through a farm, Oliver and Casey dancing on the Santa Cruz River Walk, Oliver and Casey diving into the water as the final shot. We didn't even know this video existed until July 2020, when Assault shared the images from the shoot and gave us the info that it was for a song that never even released. He also told us that the laptop with the footage of this video got stolen while traveling, so there's sadly pretty much no chance this video will ever see the light of day.
Unreleased collaborations. Oliver Tree rarely collaborates with other artists on his songs, so fans have been theorizing about potential collaborations for a while now. Baby No Money has been working on a song with Oliver for over 2 years now, but it's never seen a release date despite it having been teased multiple times by both artists. One fan, who bears a striking resemblance to Jack Harlow, was looking for information and asked Baby No Money about it at his show a few months back. Take a look.
So one, on the Help Herself music video, in the description it said you made a song with Oliver Tree. Is that still happening?
Maybe.
Alright.
His product manager was like, yo, like, bet, let's go. But this was right as my album was coming out, and like I asked him a bunch of times. I don't know yet.
Right.
Hopefully. It's a great song.
Right.
He just doesn't really like his verse that much.
Okay.
Another collaboration that's been in the pipeline but hasn't been released yet is another song with Nudes. He's confirmed it himself on Discord that Oliver has worked with him on stuff that he wants to release, but the label hasn't allowed him yet. The most hyped up collaboration Oliver could have is definitely with Joji. The two artists share a lot of the same fans, and the chances of it have been backed up by an old Snapchat story proving that they've met each other. And even a reference to Joji in the Let Me Down music video. You sound like the guy from Smiling Friends, except I'm not funny. Okay, bye.
Unlisted videos. Oliver Tree has a lot of unfunny skits, shitty music videos, and promo videos on his channel, but a few ones he's uploaded over the past 5 years have since been unlisted or privatized and are no longer accessible by his general fan base. These videos include Clout Chasers, Oliver Tree Horse Whisperer, GQ Oliver Tree's debut modeling shoot, and Oliver Tree and Weathen wear disguises in public. Clout Chasers was uploaded on Shirley's channel in full the same day Oliver uploaded his, just under a different title, When Clout Chasers Attack. The other videos were sadly all archived and have since been re-uploaded by other channels and are now viewable on YouTube.
"1993 Original Mix." The very first version of 1993, a song off of Ugly's Beautiful, supposedly sounded very different from the final release version. Oliver revealed in a Reddit AMA that the song had to be reworked, specifically saying, "We had the most perfect version of the song, but then I was told from the #1 musicologist in the world that there were melodies that resembled another song's copyright. I finished a masterpiece, and then was told I had to rewrite the entire thing." Oliver's producer and close friend who worked on 1993, Casey Matson, later clarified, saying,
Anyways, so fucking we wrote the song, bro. We made that fucking song in 1993, and it was cool when it was like, damn, and actually he had to go back in the studio for like fucking weeks afterwards and change a bunch of stuff because the musicologist from Atlantic Records said that, no, you can't do this because the original melody was like too similar to what's that? Sweet dreams are made of these. And then so like they're like, you're gonna get sued. So he spent like 2 weeks working on it.
I'm sick of shouting, fuck everyone who doubted. I always dreamed about it. I've been at it since 2000. No luck, good chance you'll fall. No guarantees, not back to cheap. It was never enough at all. Finally I'm finding silver linings. You can catch me hotel riding. Well, golden suit is shiny. I've been shining since the 90s. Catch my eye and bite me. Metallic coins, metallic points. It's never enough at all.
Unreleased albums. According to Oliver Tree himself, he has over 20 unreleased albums, but we only really know about 2 of them. The first album, Squirt, was supposed to be a 9-track mixtape produced by Getter and mixed by a Cal Arts student known simply as Clay. Oliver discussed this album in 2 interviews back in 2016 and hasn't mentioned it since. In an interview with WeirdJournalism.com, Oliver said, "I have a bunch of albums I'm trying to finish and some will be coming out this summer. At least one, called Squirt. It's a tribute to Jay Dilla, so everything on it's inspired by him in that era of hip-hop. In another interview with HuffPost, the journalist stated that the songs were remakes and remixes of his favorite songs, freshening them up with quirky, witty raps. Squirt was scheduled for a summer 2016 release for free on his now defunct Tree Collaborations website, but the album never saw the light of day. Oliver's second unreleased album, Turbo, was only ever mentioned in some interviews back in 2017 during the Outside Lands Festival. In one of these interviews, Oliver stated that the album was named after the character named Turbo, which was his persona back before Cowboy Tears. He describes it as an awkward, anti-sex icon. He mentioned the album already had 4 songs released, those most likely being All I Got, When I'm Down, Welcome to LA, and Cheapskate. From that point on, a single from the album was supposed to be released every month until release, but it seems plans fell through, and the album was most likely reworked into the 2018 Alien Boy EP. Interestingly, promotional items for the album had already been produced. The interviewer mentioned Tree giving him a fidget spinner with Oliver's face on one side and Turbo printed on the other. It's unknown if either album will ever see release.
Unreleased songs. Oliver Tree has many unreleased songs, so we'll only cover the history of the notable ones. Lies. This song is one of the rarest and most sought after Oliver Tree songs, due to it only being played back in 2017 and 2018, and only at 2 or 3 festivals that we know of. Because of this, and the fact that Oliver was a relatively unknown artist at the time, a full recording has never been made public. We only have around 50 seconds of the song, quite a far cry from its 4-minute and 45-second runtime. It's confirmed to have a studio version, as it was played by Casey Matson in an Instagram livestream back in 2020.
Tell yourself what you want. Tell yourself what you want. You want too much. Give up.
I Ain't Fucking With Ya. This one has a similar story to Lies. It's only known to have been played once during the summer of 2018 at Camp Bisco. I Ain't Fucking With Ya, or IAFWY, was also featured in the All That Alien Boy behind the scenes video. Steve Zilberman, Oliver's cinematographer at the time, teased the song through 2 studio snippets on his Instagram story around the same time. The song has never been played or mentioned since. A full live recording or studio version has never been released.
I ain't fucking with ya. 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 What are you selling for? What's my sanity? Is it insanity?
Sun. Pretty much the same as I Ain't Fucking With Ya. This song was also played in the All That Alien Boy behind the scenes video, and Steve Zilberman also teased it on his Instagram story with a snippet around the same time. This song was never played live, so no full recordings exist, and neither does a released studio version.
I seen some shit in my life. Nighttime came, somebody turned out the lights. Daydream night in the nighttime. Daytime came around at the right time. Moving out the way was an everyday.
And of course, Circuits. Only played live alongside Lies in 2017 and 2018, Circuits is a 4-verse love song that's captivated Oliver Tree fans' hearts for the better part of 4 years now. It's easily and by far the most popular unreleased Oliver Tree song, especially after 4 years of waiting. For years, all we had to go on was a few live recordings of the song, with only one being in full, until in 2020 when Casey Matson played a snippet of the studio version on his Instagram Live, giving us a glorious 5 seconds of the studio song. Very recently, some people online have leaked.
I've been advised by my lawyer that Circuits remains unreleased, and his loyal fans will just have to patiently wait for Oliver to eventually drop the studio version of the song.